Many of the social threats we face can be mitigated with the same type of security controls. So the threats I'm referring to here are things like identity theft, social engineering like phishing, vishing, smishing, scams and cons, as well as things like doxing and spam. In this video, I'm going to talk through the security controls that protect you from these social threats. And these security controls can be split into two categories. The first we'll cover is behavioral changes. This is changing what you do to doing something safer instead, such as not downloading and running an executable from your email. The problem with behavioral changes, though, is it relies on us humans, and we are fallible and often forget to do the right things. The second type of control is technical security controls, such as using sandboxing on your email client or browser. And of course, we use defense in depth so that we have layers of both types of security controls to protect us. So we will implement behavioral and technical security controls to protect us against these social threats. So let's start with behavioral changes in order to protect ourselves from these threats. The number one defense against social attacks is if you didn't request it, do not click on it. Do not respond to it and be immediately suspicious. This includes your emails, SMSs, telephone calls, messages, things that pop up on the screen, messages within messaging apps. If you didn't request anything, always be suspicious of it. Some of the messages you can get can be very enticing and seem legitimate, but if you didn't request it or you weren't expecting it, then it should always be considered suspicious. If you are subscribed to an emailing list, then you're expecting the emails and those are fine. But if you suddenly get an email you never requested, then it should be immediately considered suspicious. So remember, if you didn't request it, do not click on it. Next is never download and run any file you don't 100% trust, especially not if you've been sent it via a link or via an attachment from an email that you did not expect. All email attachments should be considered suspicious and should be put through some technical security controls that we'll detail later. So don't run attachments and files that you don't 100% trust. Never enter things like usernames and passwords or personal information after following a link or pop-up. Always go to the site by typing in the URL yourself into the browser. In fact, these days, companies should not be sending out links in emails asking you to log in and enter personal information. You will find that companies that understand security don't do this anymore. They ask you to go to the site and log in without providing a link. They tell their users that they never send out links because they want to train their users not to click on links sent in emails to their site because they know that that very same tactic is used in phishing attacks. So they want to train their users out of receiving links in emails and clicking on them to their site. So never enter usernames, passwords, or personal information after following a link. Go to the site itself, enter the URL yourself within the browser. You can attempt to validate the link. In the section on Know Your Enemy, we talk through how links are manipulated, so you can check to see whether it conforms to any of the known attack types and link manipulation techniques. So are there any subdomains like we can see here? So we have a subdomain here. So we know that that's dodgy linking, and that's the real domain. Are there any subdirectories? Here we can see some subdirectories, so we know that that's a dodgy URL. That's the real domain. Are there any misspellings? And here we go, misspellings. That's a dodgy domain. So it may be tricky to understand as I've gone through this which are the real domains depending on your experience. So the real domain is the one that is to the left of the high level domain. That's the high level domain, and that has no slash to the left of it. High level domains are, things like .com, .net, .org. And when we say that there is no slash to the left of it, this does not include the slash in the http://. Are they using IDN homographic attacks? So here we can see them using zeros instead of O's and a 1 instead of an L. With different fonts, it can be impossible to see the difference, so do note that. Are they using hidden URLs using HTML tags? You can hover over the link, and we can see there in the bottom left, this is revealing the correct URL, but it doesn't always reveal the correct URL. It depends on your email client, your browser, what JavaScript is being used, but that's a good indicator of what the real URL is. And also here, hovering over, you can see what the real URL is. You can try right-clicking, copying the link, and pasting it into Notepad or another text editor. This may reveal the correct link, but not always, again, because of JavaScript and depending on the client that you're using. You may also find that this is an image, but again, if you hover over it, it might show you the real URL. But if you don't trust it, don't click on it. You might see unsubscribe links like this one, usually at the bottom of emails. These can be used as attack URLs as well. Don't click on the unsubscribe links. You can copy and paste the link here to see if it's on a known bad URLs list, but if it's very new, it won't be on here, so you can't rely on this 100%. In fact, just use this as an indicator, as there are tens of thousands of phishing URLs at any one time. And if we look here, it's going to tell us, based on the various services, whether it's been reported as a bad URL. And as we can see, the BBC is safe for now. This has already been discussed, but in reference to these particular attacks, a valid defense is minimizing your personal information disclosure. I've stated this in many parts of the course. You need to limit the amount of information you give out. Simply by doing this, you reduce your risk. You are less likely to be a target of these social attacks and naturally remain more private. We've just covered minimizing your registration and alternatives to providing information on registration. This again makes you more secure and less likely to be a target of these attacks. If they don't know you exist, if your email, your phone number, your message IDs aren't available, they can't know it in order to send attacks to you. Especially do not post your email address, your phone number, your message IDs online, like saying forums on your blog and those sorts of things, because they will be picked up by automated scanners, and then you'll become an automatic target of phishing attacks, scams, cons, spam, and whatever else the latest social attack is.